The screen fades in with an old-timey sepia filter as a gentle piano tune plays. A large leather-bound book labeled Pokémon Evolution Diaries rests on a wooden desk. The cover creaks as it slowly opens, revealing handwritten notes and sketches of various Pokémon. The camera pans up to reveal 3 familiar faces. Except this time, they're in full costume. Professor Porygon is dressed as Professor Oak, complete with a lab coat and a graying wig. Max is dressed as Professor Realm, with messy hair, glasses, and an oversized lab coat that looks slightly too big for him. King Haxorus is dressed as Professor Laventon, wearing a dark blue coat with a brown hat, resembling his Hisuian counterpart. The 3 are sitting in what appears to be an old library, each holding a different journal as they dramatically clear their throats. Professor Porygon, as Oak, welcome, young trainers. Today, we embark on a scholarly journey through time, revisiting Pokémon that, in Generation 2, gain surprising evolutions. Max, as Elm, adjusting glasses, indeed. These Pokémon were once considered fully evolved, but thanks to new discoveries, they reached new heights. King Haxorus, as Laventon, with a dramatic bow, and some of them even helped shape battle strategies that endure to this very day. The camera zooms in on the book as it flips to the first page, revealing a sketch of a fierce-looking Kingdra. A wave crashes as an image of Kingdra appears, swirling in an ocean vortex. Professor Porygon, once just a simple Seadra, Kingdra emerged as a regal powerhouse, combining water and dragon types for the first time. Max, and let's not forget that Kingdra's typing removed Seadra's electric weakness. With Swift Swim and Dragon Dance, this Pokémon became an absolute menace. King Haxorus, narrowing eyes, a dragon that thrives in storms, yet doesn't breathe fire? I respect it. But I also fear it. An animation of Kingdra using Draco Meteor plays, the screen shaking as the meteors crash down. A dojo setting appears, with Hitmontop spinning rapidly in the center. Max, Tyrogue was a game changer. The idea that stats determine evolution was brilliant. Professor Porygon, Hitmonchan punches, Hitmonlee kicks. But Hitmontop, it spins. King Haxorus, I cannot tell if it's fighting or breakdancing. A clip of Hitmontop using rapid spin plays, followed by close combat. Max, Hitmontop's Intimidate and Technician made it a defensive nightmare in competitive play. The trio nods, impressed by the strategic depth of this evolution. The screen distorts slightly as pixelated text appears. Data upgrade initiated. The camera zooms in on a sleek, futuristic-looking Porygon 2, Professor Porygon, grinning, my dear digital child. Porygon 2 represents one of the greatest leaps in artificial intelligence. Max, but wasn't it supposed to be the final version? King Haxorus, until they turned it into a glitching eldritch nightmare with Porygon Z. A quick animation of Porygon 2 using Trick Room and Recover plays, Professor Porygon, with solid bulk, trace, and download. This Pokémon has been a silent terror in battles. The screen glitches slightly, hinting at its inevitable evolution. A rainforest background appears, and a proud-looking Politoed croaks triumphantly. King Haxorus, wait. Why did Poliwhirl suddenly become royalty? Professor Porygon, because science. Max, no, because of the King's Rock. It's based on a real evolutionary concept. Some tadpoles become frogs, while others become salamanders. A quick montage of drizzle-boosted thunder and hydro pump plays. King Haxorus, so you're telling me this frog changed how Pokémon battles were played forever? Professor Porygon, exactly. Permanent train teams began with Politoed in Gen 5. A Politoed smirks as the rain intensifies. The trio nods respectfully. A dark cave setting appears as a pair of glowing eyes flicker. Suddenly, Crobat swoops into view at blinding speed. Professor Porygon, Crobat is the evolution of patience. Once a week, annoying Zubat, Friendship turned it into one of the fastest Pokémon in existence. Max. And in battle, it became a menace with Brave Bird, U-Turn, and Roost. King Haxorus, crossing arms, I used to hate Zubat. Now I fear Crobat. The trio watches as Crobat zooms around, dodging attacks effortlessly. The book closes as the three professors stand before the camera. Professor Porygon, Generation 2 took Pokémon we thought were complete, and evolved them beyond what we imagined. Max, and these evolutions weren't just gimmicks, they changed how we battled. King Haxorus, adjusting his Laventon hat, makes me wonder. What Pokémon today might still have an evolution waiting in the future? The screen flickers, hinting at future evolutions. Then, the video fades out with a final message, the future of evolution is unknown. The trio takes off their costumes, looking satisfied with their work. Then, Max suddenly smirks. Max, so, should we dress up like actual professors more often? Professor Porygon and King Haxorus glance at each other before shaking their heads. Professor Porygon, I'm never wearing a wig again. King Haxorus, if you make me dress like Laventon again, I'll Dragon Claw your entire house. Max laughs mischievously. The screen fades to black, ending on a light-hearted note.